Hi, namaste. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the Hashimpur massacre verdict by the court and its connection with the recent incident. In fact, what happened in Nagaland, Dimapur, that mob took out a prisoner out of the jail. It was a jailbreak, and they lynched him, and he was being killed by the mob. It was a mob justice, we can call. So I'll talk about the connection between this massacre and that event which had happened. Let me talk about the Merit bloodbath first. The photo courtesy Times of India or Hindustan Times. In this Merit bloodbath, what had happened in 1987, there was a riot in Merit city. This communal riot had to be tamed by the police, and so the Provincial Armed Constabulary, this is also known as PAC, PAC. Just remember this PAC. This came in, and PAC is a special wing with the UP police, and they rounded some Muslim youths from a mohalla, and then they took them near a nalla, that is a canal in Muradnagar in Ghaziabad, and they shot all of them, right? But not all of them were killed. Some of them had survived. If you watch that movie, Heather movie, Heather, and that gentleman, his name was Ruh. Ruh survived the way Ruh survived. Here, some of the youth survived, and they approached the court. And again, who helps the court in investigating the issue? It is the police. So, police in UP investigated the issue, and we all know that how UP police investigate the issue. I'm not blaming all of them, but their record shows. Take the ROC case. Take the ROC case. How they messed the case up. They even did not know for 2 days that some bodies are lying there on the rooftop, and then they messed it up in such a way, and they framed the parents of ROC. And after the media trial, we all came to believe that yes, it was the parents who were responsible for her killing. But who knows the truth? Only police knows the truth. Okay, UP police knows the truth. Now, due to the mishandling of the UP police, Supreme Court had transferred the case in 2002 to Tis Hazari Court. Tis Hazari Court is in Delhi, for your information. So this is the situation. And what happened recently? Court set all the accused free. There was no one involved from the police. Then people asked that who was the responsible group or person? People were being killed. It was a clear case of hate crime and misuse of power by the state, but no one. Now, record of this UPPSC, Provincial Armed Constabulary, is great in the sense that they in 1978 they worsened the riots. You call the police so that they control the situation, but they spoil the situation. And then 150 people in 1980 Muradabad riots, they killed around 150 people. Apart from this, not only that they kill people only if there is a communal violence, they are also responsible for instigating the communal violence. And in 1982 Merit, what had happened? They instigated the violence, and then they massacred 40 people in Hashimpura Mohalla, which is the case I'm talking about. And then also they looted. They are no less than Marxists. Sorry, the Naxalites, and they looted in 2001 the market in Kanpur. This is the record of PSC, Provincial Armed Constabulary of UP government. And the court verdict is out. I told you that all people are set free. Now, what about those, the family, the kin, and the people who knew them that this was the case, this is the truth? What will they do? They have no choice. Even the judge had expressed disappointment when he had given the verdict that it's unfortunate that we don't have any proof against those who are the culprit. Now I bring in the second scenario, second news item from last 1 month. Here in Nagaland, a gentleman, boy, his name was Farid Khan. He was being dragged out of the jail, central jail, and a mob of 5,000 people. They killed, they killed, lynched him, killed him, dragged him, and no one was caught. He was accused of raping a Nagaland woman, a local woman. I don't want to go into what had happened there after the incident and what is the truth behind. But when we look at both the scenario and one more thing, that the data, under trial data and those who are in the jail, let's have a look at these data. Look at the occupancy rate. I'm talking from the human rights angle. Occupancy rate in central jail is 121, and in state jail, district jail, it's 134. In both the scenario, jails are overcrowded in India, right? There are 3,43,000 people. This is the jail capacity, and we have 3,85,000 who are the inmates, number of people in the jail. So the situation is there is a need for jail reforms. Okay, there is a need for jail reforms. Now, when we talk about the under trials and the convicts, there are 1,27,000 people. They are the convicts, and 2,54,000 they are under trials. So when you say that there are 2/3 of the inmates are under trial, this reflects on something. Number one, the human rights, that these people, the cases should be disposed as early as possible. I'm not saying that these cases should be disposed in a month or 6 months or a year, but with a reasonable time frame, these can be disposed. So the truth comes out. That is number one. Number two, when people like you, me, a lot of common people, Aam Aadmi, when they realize that those who are the under trials, in those who are involved in the heinous crimes, the crime against humanity, crime against the nation, crime against the community, they are involved, they are under trial, and we are very sure that it will take around 10-15 years and they will be set free because of their connections with all wings of the government, all wings of the administration. So when we are sure what we will do, when you know that the justice would not be delivered, justice would not be served, certainly you will take the extreme step. And I believe that had what had happened in Nagaland. When they knew people, they realized that the under trial, like Mr. Farid Khan, I'm not against any inmate. I'm putting a scenario here. What happened with Farid Khan is unfortunate and condemnable, and this should not happen in any civilized society. But look at the behavior of the crowd. When they are sure that again I'm repeating, that the justice would not be served, they will take law in their hands, or they will come to a conclusion that it is the people who will have to do the justice. That is what had happened there. So there is an urgent need that we make sure that the justice is delivered fast and right. With the Hashimpura case, where if the state is involved in killing the innocent people, they must be tried fast, independently and objectively. Otherwise, not only in Nagaland, in all places of the country, people will start taking law in their hand. And what if some of the youth who have survived or their loved ones, closed ones, realize that the justice is not being served, and there's a need to do the vigilant justice or justice by their own, that there is a possibility that some of them may pick up the gun and may kill someone from the PSC if they are sure about it. There is a possibility. This should not happen. This is condemnable, but there is an urgent need that we revive the system, that we relook the system is working or not. We need to have a complete re-examination of the misuse of power as it had happened in the Massacre, Hashimpur Massacre. When you talk about, so the next question comes in the jail reforms and the judiciary reform. Look at the number of prisons, inmate prisons in UP. There are around 80,000 people, 33,000 in Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, 28,000, Maharashtra, and then Punjab. These 5 states, huge number of people. It's not that this jailbreak was new. That there's a history. 2013, three jailbreaks, important jailbreaks had happened. Now, for this jail reforms, there were many committees. Justice A.N. Mullah Committee, it was in 1980, had given the suggestions to the government. R.N. Kapoor Committee, 1986, and then Justice Krishna Iyer Committee, 1987. Now, all the committees, they agree to some extent that there is a need for the fast tracking the under trial cases. There's a need to revise the manual. There is a need to avoid overcrowding. Now, this is a case related to, I say, both human rights and this kind of incidents which are happening. People are taking law in their hand. Vigilant justice. All these agree that prison is home for corrective and reformative measures. It's not for the punishment. Taking something more in the data, over 2 lakh trials are 5 years old. 5 years under trial people. And 40,000 are 10 years old. 40,000 people under trials, these are 10 years old. Maximum punishment they had crossed. And even for petty crimes, you would see in these 2 lakh people for petty crimes, pickpocketing or some drug trafficking, some small amount of drug trafficking, and they are lying in the jails. So, concluding, there is a need to relook into the under trial cases, both from the vigilante justice point of view and from the human rights point of view. Right? Thank you very much. You can follow us on Facebook. You can subscribe. I will post interesting videos in the coming days. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice time.